Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spiritual Essence. And I wanted to talk about some of the stuff I've been doing lately in terms of magic. So the week prior to this one, I was on vacation. And I would go to a local park near me. I did some ritual work. I also did some meditation. And that was quite peaceful, quite nice. I actually went inside my own heart chakra, which you can do, and I will do a video about that, about entering your own chakras, and it kind of helps you get a feel for how you're doing, actually, if you're not quite sure. And what I saw in my heart chakra, so I've been inside my heart chakra before. I saw a huge amount of land where the sun is shining, and there are mountains, snowy mountains. I saw a village, I saw a beautiful stream and a river. It was so beautiful. And before I've traveled through there, I've flown around the mountains. In the village, there was no people. And I did see a duplicate of myself, which I believe to be my other half, because everyone has two sides of themselves, yin and yang, light and dark, and I believe this was my dark self, or my yang. So I've been in there before, and last time I went in there, which was the week prior when I was meditating in the park, I saw endless amounts of mountain ranges, and the sun was going up and down, and the shadows were casting, and the light was coming in constantly, like quickly. And I believe that has to do with the fact that I've been so conflicted lately about what I should do in terms of my job and how to go about my goals. So I believe it was the uneasiness and the insecurities that I've been feeling. I've been meditating in the pool. Yesterday, I actually went and did something a little different. So I wanted to do some shadow work. It's been a while since I've done any sort of shadow work, and I wanted to meet up with my shadow self to see if I can't get any more insight about what I should do. So I went into my own mind, and I asked for a door to appear that would take me to my shadow self. A door did appear, and it was your average size door, made out of dark oak, and it had a red gem above it, and the outline of the door showed like a evil face. It was strange. I've never seen anything like it. So I entered, and I was in this mansion. Now, the thing is, I've been in this mansion before, and it's not the white mansion that I've been talking about having dreams about. No, this was a dream, a mansion that I've been through before in my own world, and I've used it to kind of unleash my dark army for enemies of my world and stuff like that. And so it didn't quite surprise me that that's where my shadow self would be. So there was like a storm outside, and I could see the lightning flash through the windows, and it was so dark. There was no light in there at all except for what the lightning showed. And it's very dusty, cobwebs everywhere. It's a spooky mansion. And then I look above the staircase. There's a big staircase, and there's like a little balcony that leads off into like another corridor above the stairs, and all of a sudden this thing appears. And I have never seen this thing before. It's strange looking. It looked much like someone dressed in complete black with metallic, like almost glasses, like that had outlines of like circles to make where the eyes would be. But the person was covered by a mask and a shroud. In fact, I drew it. So hold on, let me, so this is what it looked like. I drew it yesterday. That is exactly what it looked like. So to get that's exactly how I saw it. A complete mask. There was no skin showing anywhere in this person. And so I asked them, I'm like, are you my shadow self? And they didn't answer by speaking. They answered by going, or. And this thing nodded that it was my shadow self. And I said, do you live here? And he did that. And then I said, I want to see how powerful you are. And as soon as I said that, he blew me back with this red electric energy that came out from his hands and shot me all the way down the stairs. And I wasn't mad at him, actually. I was like, well, now I know. And then I teleported up to him again and then tried to bind him with some mystical chains because I wanted to see how strong he was. And he very quickly broke the chains. So, a very powerful being. So, after all was said and done, I said, okay, I know your power. How about we call a truce? And I held my hand out for him to shake it, and he did. And he said, he was like this. And I said, how about you and I become one? Let's become balanced. And he said, and all of a sudden we came towards each other and both of us became one. And I felt very energized, very powerful afterward. Because while one person's light side can be quite powerful, the darkness can also be just as powerful as well. Sometimes even more so. And that is why it's ever so important to maintain balance between light and dark. Because you don't want to be off balance. It will put you off your energy. And I know I've had that happen before. But me and my dark side, my shadow self, have become one. We are one with each other, he with light and I with darkness. Darkness is not necessarily a bad thing. And ironically, on the other half of things, being all light can be a bad thing. As surprising it is to say, yes, it can happen. Yes, it can be very bad if you are merely one or the other. So that's my shadow work, and I will definitely make videos about explaining why it's important to have spiritual balance between your light half and your dark half. Also explain a little bit more about the ways to be one with the shadow. I've also been doing a lot of drawing lately and making quite a few creatures, guardians, and going into my own personal mind, my own world, and exploring with those guardians, testing them out. And I will make a video about all of them in my video where I show off my artwork. So, till then, just wanted to talk about my recent magical work. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Please follow me on Twitter. And have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye now.